yesterday. I saw a note that Javier was in school. Let's sing to Javi. Hello, Javi. Hello, Javi. Hello, Javi. It's time to say hello. And Jeremiah was in Mrs. Cool's class yesterday. Hello, Jeremiah. Hello, Jeremiah. Hello, Jeremiah. It's time to say hello. And I'll bet maybe Roland and Isaac are headed to school today. I'll bet there's a lot of people that I don't know that are in school. But Jeremiah, I think you're in school every day. Andre, you're probably in school every day too, I think, aren't you? But I don't get many messages, but I know that DeAndre, his mom has left me messages, so I'll bet even if he's not watching this with his class, he might be watching this at home. So good morning, DeAndre, if you are watching. Today is not Monday the 8th. We need to change that. Let's do that first thing right away. Today is Tuesday the 9th. Tomorrow will be the 10th. And yesterday was the 8th. Today is Tuesday, June 9th, 2020. And you know what? It is very, very close to the end of the school year. Let's count how many school days we have until it is summer vacation. We have one day tomorrow, and Thursday makes 2, and Friday makes 3. We won't go to school on Saturday and Sunday. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more days until summer vacation. That is not many days. 8 more days. And you know what? Today I am going into school to clean up my classroom. It will be my first day at school since March 13th. So gosh, almost 3 full months since I've been at school. But I have to put things away so that they can make sure that everything is sanitized for us. And then students, if you check our website at detroitk12.org/Keidan, there is information about when your families can go to pick up anything that you might have left at school. But that's the end of this week on Thursday and Friday. But check, because you're scheduled based on what side of the building that you are on and who your teacher is. So www.detroitk12.org/Keidan, and you can find out some information there right in the highlights. It's in the FAQs right when you land on the landing page. So check that out. Make sure that you are able to pick up the things that you need so that they're not left at school over the summer. It's been a long time since we've had our things, isn't it? Here is my question of the day. Do you like waffles? Yes or no? I like waffles, or I do not like waffles. Which one? Which one is right for you? You can point to it, you can say it, or you can look at it. My answer, I like waffles. I say yes to waffles. Maybe when I get home from school tonight, I'll make waffles. That might be a good breakfast for dinner. But you know what I like most about waffles? I like the syrup. And syrup is not a healthy food. No matter how healthy I make those waffles, when I put that liquid sugar on it, it makes them not so healthy. Which made me think of this book, Albert's Toothache, by Barbara Williams. It's illustrated by a lady named Keidan. Not sure how you say her last name, but my friend Emily loaned me this book, and I thought it was very interesting because this book is a very old book. This book was published when I was just a little girl. I was only 5 when this book was published. So let's read this book together, Albert's Toothache. One morning, Albert Turtle complained that he had a toothache. "That's impossible," said his father, pointing to his own toothless mouth. "No, one in our family has ever had a toothache. Just the same, Albert was sure he had a toothache and had to stay in bed. I wonder why they didn't have teeth. Do turtles not have teeth? They do not. Who's afraid of a toothache? Boasted his brother, Homer. See, said Albert's father, Homer doesn't have a toothache. And I don't have a toothache. And Mary Bell doesn't have a toothache. And your mother doesn't have a toothache. It's impossible for anyone in our family to have a toothache. You never believe me, said Albert. I'd believe you if you told the truth, said his father. You believed Homer when he said he didn't break the window, Albert reminded his father. I'm worried about Albert, said Albert's mother at breakfast. You should be worried about a boy who doesn't tell the truth, said Albert's father as he left for work. Albert just doesn't want to eat his black ants, said Mary Bell. If I had a toothache, I'd still want to eat my black ants, announced Homer. Come eat your black ants, Albert, called his mother, but Albert just moaned softly from the bedroom. Albert's mother kissed Homer and Mary Bell goodbye and sat down in her worrying chair. She worried and worried. Then she thought of something. She got up and went to work in the kitchen. Look at them eating their breakfast. Do you see the black ants in their bowl? Did you know that turtles ate black ants? I didn't. Look, she said to Albert, I fixed you a special breakfast of all your favorite things. Rotting oat bark garnished with sunflower seeds, a dried aspen leaf, and a half a green caterpillar. I can't eat anything, said Albert, poking the tip of his nose out from under the covers. I have a toothache. Of course you don't have a toothache, said his mother. You never believe me, said Albert. I'd believe you if you told the truth, said Albert's mother. You believed Dad when he said he caught a 7-pound trout, complained Albert. Do you think Albert is telling the truth? So far, his dad and his mom do not believe him. Albert's mother took the tray back to the kitchen and went outside to her worrying swing on the porch. She worried and worried. Look how worried his mom is. Why do you think she's worried? What is she worried about? Did you come up with an answer? I think she's worried about Albert. Then she got a baseball and went into Albert's room. Come play catch with me, she said. You can teach me how to throw a spitball. I can't teach you how to throw an old spitball, said Albert. I have a toothache. You just think you have a toothache, said his mother. Come on, you can play catch if you try. You never believe me, whined Albert. You believed Mary Bell when she said she was the only girl in her class who didn't have a pair of black boots with zippers. Oh. Sounds like Albert's whole family tells stories that maybe aren't the truth. Albert's mother put the ball away and went outside to her worrying rock in the sun. She worried and worried. Then she got a big book and took it into Albert's room. Look, Albert, I brought the family album to show you the pictures we took at Disneyland. Sit up, Albert. I can't sit up. Why don't you ever believe me? And a big tear rolled down his cheek. Oh, feel so bad for Albert. Albert's mother put the family album away and went into the living room to lie down on her worrying sofa. She worried and worried. She was still worrying when Maribel and Homer came home. "How's Albert?" asked Maribel. "He still says he has a toothache," said Albert's mother. "He just didn't want to fight Dilworth Dunlap," explained Maribel. "Dilworth Dunlap was waiting for him after school." "If I had a toothache, I'd still fight Dilworth Dunlap," announced Homer. Maybe that's the reason he stayed home. Do you think? He was afraid to have a fight? All I know is this mom has a lot of places to sit and worried. "Is that son of yours still playing possum?" Albert's father asked when he got home from work. "Yes," said Albert's mother. "I wish that he would remember he is a turtle." "He just knew we were having gray spider legs for dinner," said Maribel. "I don't want any gray spider legs either," said Homer. Ew, who eats gray spider legs for dinner? Not me. Was there a food that you didn't like that your family fixes for dinner? I did not like it when my mom fixed meatloaf. She fixed it a lot because my dad liked it. I do not like meatloaf. Even when I used to eat meat, no meatloaf for me. But I had to eat it because that was the rule in my family. After dinner, Grandma Turtle came over with chewing gum for all the children. "Can I have Albert's?" asked Maribel. "Of course not. It's Albert's," said his grandmother. "He won't want it. He says he has a toothache," says Maribel. "Isn't that terrible?" said Albert's mother. "Can you believe your grandson would say an impossible thing like that?" asked Albert's father. "The trouble with all of you is that you never believe him," said Albert's grandmother. "Oh, Grandma believes him. Yay, Grandma. Yay for Grandma." Albert's grandmother went into his bedroom. "Well," she said, "I hear you have a toothache." "Yes, says Albert. "Where do you have a toothache?" asked Albert's grandmother. "On my left toe," said Albert, sticking his foot out from under the covers. "A gopher bit me when I stepped in his hole." Is that a toothache? Did the tooth cause the ache? "Well, I have just the thing to fix a toothache," said Albert's grandmother. She took her handkerchief from her purse and wrapped it around Albert's toe. Albert smiled toothlessly and got out of bed. The end. Well, Albert didn't have teeth, so he does not need to take care of them like we do. But you need to brush your teeth. Because even though Albert's toothache was an ache from a tooth biting him, we might have real toothaches in our mouth, so we need to make sure that we keep our teeth clean. Remember, we use our brush and we brush all around the outside on the top. For a long, long time, we can sing the alphabet as we brush around the top. And then we brush around the fronts of the bottom. We could sing the alphabet when we do that too, because we need to do it for a nice long time. It should take us about 2 minutes to brush our teeth if we're doing it the right way. We've got to get all of these teeth clean and then open wide. And we need to get the tops and the inside of our teeth. Get them nice and clean. Sing the alphabet again. Get those teeth nice and clean. And then the inside of our upper teeth. These are hard to get sometimes. You've got to turn your brush, move your hands, Get them brushed all the way around. Then you might want to rinse and spit. And then stick your tongue out and brush your tongue. Get all of those germs brushed off of your tongue. Because Albert's toothache, it was just a bite on his toe, wasn't it? But we can have real toothaches if we don't keep our teeth clean. And then that causes all kinds of problems. So just like it's important for us to wash our hands, it is equally important to wash our toothbrush or wash our teeth and then get our toothbrush clean. So when you go in to wash your hands, why don't you brush your teeth this morning? I brushed my teeth this morning before I came upstairs to do our morning meeting. So that is my goal for you today. Brush your teeth. I'm taking my teeth back to school with me, so we won't get to practice brushing our teeth, but I'll bet you have a toothbrush at home, and it's your job to practice. That should be your job for June. What if you brush your teeth every day in June? That would be a good thing. 2 minutes. Maybe ask your family to set a timer on their phone. You could see if you could brush your teeth for 2 whole minutes. That would be a good job. That would be a good job. So I'm going to sing you out this morning because it is almost time for my friend to come to help me load my car so that I can bring all of our things back to Keidan. I haven't decided if I'm going to bring my calendar back to school or if I'll leave it for the next 8 days that we have school. I have to think about that one. Let's sing the Days of the Week song. Here we go. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just for you. Friday, Saturday, that's the end. Now let's sing those days again. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sing it one more time. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just for you. Friday, Saturday, that's the end. Now let's sing those days again. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Keidan, make sure that today you wash your hands, get them nice and clean. We need to keep washing our hands, even though things are opening up, even though we're allowed to go back to school to pick up our things. COVID-19 has not disappeared. We can still get sick from the germs that are on our hands. So we need to be very good about washing our hands. So wash your hands today, lots and lots. Make sure that you eat something healthy and make sure that you are kind to one another. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. I think I'm going to hang on to the calendar. I think I would miss it for our morning meetings. This doesn't take up too much space when it's rolled up. So I will see you tomorrow with the calendar, without the teeth. Have a good day.